Look, you want to talk, we can talk, but Kim was just stepping out, so.
Nah, she could stay. She is part of the legal team, right? Tell me what happened when you picked up the money. Walk me through it.
What I told you already. Fine, I picked up the money from your cousins. It was right where you told me.
Let's see how you can do this live.
Driving back, my car crapped out. It was about 6 or 7 miles from the pickup site. But then in the morning, I walked again until I made it to a truck stop. I delivered the money. It took them a couple hours to count it. Usual rigmarole, and then I saw you.
Tell me again. Tell me again.
I picked up the money from those two fine gentlemen. I ran out of water, so I had to drink my own pee. A lot of it. So you wanted details, there you go. And then I finally made it to a truck stop. I called a cab. I'm not sure what you're looking for here, but...
I just want to hear the story.
Lalo, this is exactly what he told me, so if you could just...
Shh. Tell me again.
$7 million. 2 heavy bags that you paid me to get. I put them in the trunk of my car. And about 10 minutes later, my car's engine went. I walked and I finally made it to a truck stop. And I went right to the bathroom and I stuck my head under the faucet and I bought a giant pack of energy drinks. And I called a taxi and I waited. She doesn't need to be here. She had nothing to do with it. It was me. I
saw your car. You pushed it in a ditch?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Well, I mean, you either did or you didn't, so, which one is it?
Okay.
Are you kidding me with this?
Kim,
do you know what he did for you? $7 million of your money. He hauled it across a goddamn desert without 1 penny missing. And he got you out of jail for a murder that, let's face it, you're definitely guilty of. What exactly is it that you're getting at? What do you want?
I found his car in a ravine. Bullet holes on the side.
Bullet holes. That's it? Look, I don't know what it's like where you're from, but here in New Mexico, you leave a soda can out, someone's taking a shot at it.
I knew she was going to take it to
That's what you're on
man.
about. You don't think it's possible a couple of yahoos with guns shot up a piece of junk car and then rolled it down in a ditch? End of story?
I thought Jimmy Saul was going to be the one to take it.
What kind of operation are you running? It's obvious. You have no one else you can trust. No offense, but you need to get your house in order. If you don't trust your men with your money, you have bigger problems than if you trust Saul Goodman. He doesn't lie. Not to me, not to his clients. He's telling you the truth.
Please tell me he wants to hire her now.
But next time you have a bunch of money and no one you can trust, leave him out of it. Get your shit together and stop torturing the one man who went through hell to save your ass.
This TV like a motherfucker. He would have murdered both of them before she would have got to do that. He would have just came in there and pushed both their fucking scalps back.
What now?
Mexico.
Back to the same place?
Nope. Change of plans. Come on, Ignacio, go. We got a long way ahead of us.
Okay. Let's see what happens. Look, so this makes for some good television, right? Because now we don't know what's going to happen. You saw Kim stand by her man again, got him out of trouble, staring into the eyes of death. Okay. But this the cartel. They're not taking no chances. And you probably thinking, well, Tuco, okay, well, somebody disrespected his you know what I mean, his grandmama, right? And And you could get that talk down, right? Like I ass whooping, okay. But on something like this, where you can't figure it out, and maybe that's what they're going for here. He still can't actually figure it out, right? Because even though he has all that information and he saw the car, he can't piece together what's actually going on, right? Unless he can. And I wonder if that's what, excuse me, I should just moved over. And I wonder if that's what is going to happen in the next episode. I don't know, man. I just, fuck are they doing? Like, I mean, it's just, and it's not even they. It's just, Kim jumped in front, which is also dope, right? They had a scope on Lalo, and she's the thing right in front of it. And it's funny, but it's, I don't know. It just, that part was unrealistic to me. It wasn't cool or anything. It was just like, wait a minute. So he came in it. I'm just wondering what's gonna take place. Cause my thinking was Lalo's gonna get killed. Okay. But I did think that Saul would have brought up the, okay, well, somebody would have shot that. But I thought that was gonna be like a throwaway line or something like that, because who would ever believe that or anything like that? Like I said, he doesn't believe it. He's going to go do something else. Maybe he thought better of it, but it's just, I don't know. What's going on here? They're this far into this together, and why? Like, I will say the part with Kim saying that, you know, him gone missing, right? And her thinking he was dead made her reevaluate things in life, because she was always on that edge, right? Her whole setup was, I get to do this, but I also get to do my pro bono work on the side. And now she like, fuck it, I'm gonna just do my pro bono work. And can we talk about how, like, yo, truthfully, she been mad unprofessional with Schweiker to just quit and be like, I'm sorry, I couldn't give you more notice. She done yelled at him in front of mad workers. They clearly lied, like, you know what I mean? And so what I'm getting at here is her and Jimmy on that same type of shit. And do y'all remember in Breaking Bad where they're at the hospital and Walt's wife, she came up with that fly story. You see almost that admiration. With this is a little bit different, right? Because right there, they're at death's door. But it was this thing of, she came out and she pulled a like, when Jimmy's back is against the wall, that's usually how he goes. But he's going through a lot right now. Mentally, he's still recovering. Physically, he's still recovering. He couldn't even get his words together. Usually, he would have something to say. Like, as I think about it, yo, in that case, normally, and that's what I'm saying, it makes for good TV. It's a little unrealistic to me. So when you think about this, right? Normally, he's the one who would have done that. He would have had something to say to get himself out of that. For one, his receptors. He'd be able to read the room and understand, like, this man here with a gun. All right, I got to turn this on. We know that's how he gives it up, right? Okay, then we go here. She will embrace utilizing his stuff. But right now, it's about, like, protecting him, right? Like, and that's the biggest thing. She keeps going further and further. But at this point, she's doing it under, yo, I'm trying to protect you. Like, she goes and speaks to Lalo. It's to protect him. It's when she talks to him and even as he's going through all this trauma and she understands that more happened, she's letting it ride. So at this moment, she had to tap into something, and it's like, okay, because this isn't a thing of like with old girl from Breaking Bad where she's trying to protect her family and all this other horse shit, and I don't want everybody to know and all this. She just care about Jimmy, right? Fucking Kim. That's all she care about, and admirable, but where does it end? Like, and here's the most messed up part. I've mentioned this before, like, but it was just a throwaway thing I said. They too far in this. They ain't no. Once she's talking to a high-ranking member of the fucking cartel, they too far in this. Ain't no getting out of it. And so he let him know, basically, a friend of the cartel, right? Like, that's what it is at this moment. At this moment, they're going to have to lean on Gus and depend on Gus, right? Mike is going to have to intervene like a motherfucker. That was pretty crazy what happened when he was like, hey, put the phone down and all that. Kim going to do the pro bono work. Interesting. How long it takes Saul to deal with the trauma, Jimmy to deal with the trauma. It's going to be interesting because, like, we see him in Breaking Bad. And I saw a conversation in the Patreon about how he speaks, and I believe somebody was like, they didn't expect him to speak so nonchalantly about like death or something like that. But if you look at this and how things went down and eventually how he gets over it, but he doesn't stop being in that group of that aura. Like by the time we get to Breaking Bad, he's still around those kind of people, right? Like, so it's not like this thing of, I got to put that behind me. No, he's learned to deal with it. So I would say, if you ever talk to somebody who's learned to just deal with killing and death and shit like that, motherfuckers is liable to laugh and joke about it. It gets past dealing with it. They've been dealt with it. It's just, that's how they talk about it, because it don't hold the same weight as it would for somebody who's never dealt with it, or somebody who had just dealt with it. And I'm talking about the trauma, right? And so it was interesting to see him be pretty much, at least for Jimmy, tongue-tied, right? He didn't have nothing to say, and she steps in. Also interesting, but it was just funny to me at first, because I'm like, yo, now I was thinking, yo, he talking a hell of a lot. Is he gonna be like, hey, yo, I want her to be part of the team? Because she was saying some shit where she was calling him out, you know what I mean? And that's one of them things, though, where I feel like, well, nah, I wouldn't say that. Because the whole thing about it is he comes in there like, damn, he ain't do no damage to them, or attempt to. Because I was going to say maybe he holds off because she's a woman, but it's like, nah, that ain't never stopped these motherfuckers from doing no crazy shit before, right? There's parts in every show where, oh, it's a show, right? And in that moment, that's what I got from that, because unless what they're trying to show is, he never had no plans of harming them or anything like that. So when he showed the gun, it was just to frazzle them and get them to talk, because he wouldn't just kill somebody in an apartment. But his plan was always to go to Mexico, because he could have just killed them and bounced to Mexico. You feel me? But who knows? I don't know. Yeah. We're going to see about this last episode. I believe the next episode is the last episode. We're going to see how that one goes. It's just crazy that and like Jimmy is trying to talk her out of doing what she did, and it's funny because he was at a place where, he wanted to bounce because it wasn't for him. So he's coming from a place of maybe, I won't say regret, but understanding. He always fell back on, when it came to their relationship, that I'm doing what I'm doing, but it's not affecting her, and she's good. So to hear her say what happened actually affected her. Oh, see, maybe, yeah. Like, he does not want that to be the case, because she laid it out. Oh yeah, when I thought you were dead, that sort of opened my eyes to things, and he don't want that to come back and be like, damn, I'm messing up her trajectory, right? And remember, Chuck's whole thing was always, you're going to bring her down. Right? So the first thing in this episode was, okay, yo, you talked to Lalo? Like, damn, he didn't want her involved in it. But she was trying to protect you. She's quitting because something that happened with you opened her eyes. Even though, like I said, she should be free to do whatever she wants. Pro bono work is her true love. Okay. But he doesn't really see it that way. His mind's a little cloudy. And then at the end of the episode, she's fully in it. She's literally standing between him and Lalo. And between a sniper's bullet. Right? So, what Chuck said came to be. But I don't think it's her not working with Schweikert anymore. But all the other shit surrounding it, yeah. But what's interesting is, when he hears that, I bet the thinking is, oh, damn, like, no. You were doing good. Like, don't worry about the shit. She was like, mind your damn business. Right? Hey, okay. Yeah. Next episode.